Alright, so for dinner tonight, we're doing bone-in stuffed pork chop. What I'm doing here right now is giving this chop a nice little pan sear. See that nice color on there? You know, one of the things I do is get the sides. You know, you like to do these sides, but get the ends. Give them a nice little sear. And what's going to happen here now, we're going to take these nice chops. I already got one sitting in here. We basically made a nice little hot tub for these pork chops. What I've got in here is some chopped up onion, celery, carrot, ginger, some chicken stock. Also put a little Dijon mustard in there for fun. Okay, these are now going into the sauna. Let's check in and see how they're doing. All right, come on in here, check this out. Look what's going on here. See how that's developing nicely? So if you've noticed, we got some nice pan sauce juices building there. I've also taken some of the apples, the celery, some of the other stuff, just putting it over the top here. And you know what we're going to do? We're just going to give it a little bit of a basting. You know, you could probably just leave this alone, but what the heck. Does that look good enough to eat yet? Let's let it get a little more happier in here. Hey, while I got the oven open, I want to grab this here. This is a sweet potato. Just put a little olive oil on it. And it's been roasting in here in the oven for, good 40-45 minutes or so at 350. What we're going to do with this in a little bit, I'm going to let it rest a little bit. And then I'm going to put it in the blender. And we're going to mix it up with a little cream, a little butter, a little powdered or brown sugar, some orange zest, a little bit of vanilla. And we're going to make a nice little puree with that. That's going to be part of our garnish for the evening. So let's put this here, and you know what? Take a break, and we're going to check back here in a little bit. That little sweet potato that I took out of the oven there a little bit. So I tell you what, look how the peels just came right off. And look how that looks. Nice, huh? Mm-hmm. So here's a fun thing about this little recipe. It's easy. Just roast your sweet potato, let it get nice and roasted and caramely like this. Okay. I got a message from the control room. This is not a blender, it's a food processor, but you know what? It's a whirly-twirly. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this sweet potato right in there like there. Now, what I've got in here already is some sweet cream, a little bit of brown sugar, I've got some butter, I've got some vanilla, and actually put a little hint of 5 spice just to give it a little bit of fun flavoring because it's cold outside tonight. So I got the vanilla, I got the brown sugar, I got a little butter, I got some cream. Hey, don't worry about your diet on this one, it's worth it. And then I've also got some orange zest in here. Okay, so we've got all the fun stuff in there. Let's get this thing in and let's start up this merry-go-round. All right. And, you know, we don't want it just to turn into ice cream, but we just want a nice little consistency here. And check that out, yeah? There it is. So now here's the fun thing. We can vary the flavors a little bit. There's just that little hint of cinnamon with the 5 spice. I've got the orange just slightly coming through. I've got the cream, that buttery, just that really nice ooey gooey good type flavor. You want it sweeter? Add more brown sugar. You want it zestier? Put some more orange in there. Use it as a pellet, whatever you want to do. In fact, you know what we're going to do here? Let's just put a little orange zest in there. Just to brighten it up a little bit. We'll give it... Damn, that's pretty damn good. Anyway, that's just going to sit there right now. It's going to get happy. I think Karen is already eyeing it. Karen, here, should we give some to the camera? Here it comes. Is that good?
Yeah, yeah.
Nod the camera up and down. There you go. Okay, all right, we'll check back with you in a little bit. Hey, look at that. These are almost ready. We're going to give them a couple more minutes. Yeah, they're almost there. I could, you know, put a temperature timer, check them, whatever, but we're going to give these just a couple more minutes, but here's what we're also going to do. So check this out. Karen prepped these. These are a nice asparagus, and all she does is just tosses them with a little olive oil, a little bit of balsamic, just a little light salt seasoning. We're going to put these in the oven for 5 to 8 minutes. Let's give them a nice little roast. We don't want them to go mushy, but we don't want them to be snap brittly. So we're going to put these now into the sauna. Excuse me, it's not an oven, it's a sauna. All right, let's get these in there, and we're almost ready to plate. All right, so we've taken our dinner guest, which is the stuffed pork chops, out of the sauna, and hey, look how they're looking. So, you know, I'm checking them. Those feel pretty good, but here's the thing, you know, especially with a bone-in pork chop, I mean, these things are nice and big, and we gave them a little bit of room temp before they came in there. But just to be safe, let's put the instant timer in there, and you can see that number there. Look at that. We're definitely in the safe legal range there. 170, 171. We're still getting a little climbing. I'm going to check another spot here just to check it out. Yep, there we go. 165, 171, 172. We're still climbing. Let's check this other one. So we're waiting for here in about a minute. The asparagus is going to come out. So we're going to get real busy here, and we're going to now plate all of this. And in just a minute or so, we're going to show you what everything looks like plated. You getting hungry? Here, we're going to put this all together. What's for dinner tonight? Stuffed pork chops, bone in. So here's what we're going to do is we've got everything ready here. I got the pork chops here. I got the asparagus over here. Let's do this first up. Let's get one of these out on a plate. What do you think of that, huh? Does that look good? So let's put that one right in the middle of the plate. I'm going to put another one right over here, and let's get some of this nummy. You know, we're not really doing much of a gravy or a sauce, but just look how that kind of like oozes out there. It's like a nice little pan sauce. You know, as you're making this, you could put more stock, more whatever, and make more of a gravy, make more, less, whatever, you know, whatever your preference is. But that's what we're going to do in this one right there. And again, that's just chopped up apples, onions, celery, ginger, all roasted together. There's some roasted garlic in there, chicken stock with a little Dijon mustard, and just a little hint, just a dash of red wine, just for the fun of it. Hey, let's get some these asparagus on here. Look how these things are looking out. And you know, you can tell this thing is hot, that we really are cooking. I'm putting a mitt on. Anyway, so let's put a couple out here, and you know what? What the heck? Why not put them right on top there? Give a little color. You know, you could do some other fancy things with this. So, remember that puree we made a little bit ago? So here's that puree. I'm just going to put a dab of that there. That's probably more than a dab, but you know what? We'll put some like that. And you know, when you have like a pork chop or stuffing, you need something sweet. Well, I got the apples in there, so the apple sauce is in with this little mixture here, but just for the heck of it, you know what? How about instead of cranberries, how about some lingonberries? You know, let's just put a little twist on this. That's part of the fun here, you know, mixing it up a little bit. Now, being how we're so close to Wisconsin, we gotta cheese it, right? Camera, should we cheese it? Yep, exactly. So let's just give this a little dusting. Just a little grated, hard Parmesan type cheese. You know what, it's snowing outside, so what the heck? Let's give it a little snow inside here. Anyway, here we have it. Roasted, pan seared, stuffed pork chops with a nice little sauce. You've got the sweet potato puree, and that's that sweet potato with the citrus and all those other yummy flavors. We've got that asparagus on top. And you know what? It's dinner time. Okay, enough said.